Yo, what is up there, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Eddie, also known as Driveway Built 460. We are back with another video. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about a product. And that product, what that is, this guy right here. So this is the Launch CReader Elite V2.0 scan tool. This is going to be an OBD2 bidirectional scan tool, and the guys over at Launch sent this out to me, asked if I would love to try it out, and I said, of course, yes. I have been on the market for a scan tool, and it's just coincidentally they reached out to me. So let's go ahead and take a look at the unboxing of this and see what this is all about. Hook it up to the GX and see what we can talk about in terms of some of the features and what it can and cannot do. Alright, so obviously the box. Let's go ahead and open the box. So here is the OBD2 dongle wire itself. Let's go ahead and take this out from the box. And here we are. So, yeah, the case feels pretty sturdy. Kind of a rubberized texture to it. Here's the back plate of the scanner. On the very top is our port. Looks like a USB-C, so we can charge it. On and off button right there. But let's go ahead and jump back into the driver's seat, hook this up to the GX and see what this is all about. So we have connection, and just plug this right down here, and then we're going to cinch on these screws here. This will just keep everything nice and tight. So let's go ahead and turn this on. All right there, guys, so here is the Launch CReader Elite 2.0. It's already up and running, and let's see, it's got a nice 4-inch screen. The screen is nice and bright, and everything is a touch screen. So we have our menu screen here, our diagnose, OBD2, upgrade, mall, and settings. And right down below here, you have your settings button, your home button, and also your return or back button. So let's go ahead and see what this is all about. So diagnosing, we have that. OBD2, I believe this is more about like a shortcut to getting into your OBD2 readings. Upgrade, more than likely this is going to be something where you can be able to upgrade the firmware and the software to the tool itself. And then the mall, as long as you are connected to the internet, which I am here, you can be able to, we'll go here first, subscribe and download software that you can use for this tool, which is pretty nice. So that way, if you want to purchase things or subscribe to Chrysler, Ford, Buick, Nissan, Honda, VW, McLaren, BMW, Mercedes, Hyundai, Audi, and etc., you can go ahead and subscribe right through here and right into this tool, which is pretty darn powerful. Let's get back off from that. And then let's see here, settings. I've already changed this from the units of measurements from metric to imperial. You can set this to automatic detection and connect, your time zones, languages, recovery, cleanups, and whatnot. My brightness, hopefully it appears back over in your end, but it's nice and bright. But let's go back out and let's go ahead and see what we can do with this. I'm not going to go through the full details and break everything down. I like the fact that this is bi-directional, so my other scan tool, I can't do that. And it's very limited, like I mentioned earlier. With this one, I'm able to control certain modules within the vehicle and be able to troubleshoot and diagnose certain things, right? But without further ado, let's dive right into it. I'm going to go ahead and go into diagnose first. Get this going, and it does have auto detect, but you can also manually go inside and select your vehicle. You have American, European, Asian, and Chinese. Let's see what else is over here, and history. So let's go to auto detect. Now the tool is obviously scanning for my VIN number. This may or may not always work through my research, but let's see if this will work for us. Okay, so it's already found it. I'm going to blur out the information there, but it does say Lexus. Now start the vehicle system detection. We're going to click on OK. And again, guys, I'm going to keep this pretty brief. This is not going to be a full detailed tutorial. This tool is so powerful, and it has so much features that's built into it. And I won't be able to go through all the details about that. and I'm only going to use it for mainly what I can use it for. But I do understand that this this tool does a couple of things. It can also read your ABS codes, your crankshaft sensors, your SRS airbags. It should be able to program TPMS, and it should also be able to program key fobs as well. Now, the only issue that I have with this through my research is it says it's made for Toyota and Lexus specifically. But I found out that through reviews and people who have had this unit is that it doesn't work for every single Toyota or Lexus. And so it might be year and it might be model specific to an extent. But for the majority, this should work. Okay, that being said, let's see what else we can do here. I'm gonna do a automatic search, North America. All right, so two options here. Radar cruise, which I don't have that. It's gonna be others. And okay, so it's got my information here. So my engine type U1URFE, that's correct. My current miles. All right, so let's hit on OK. If communication abnormally occurs, let's hit OK. So my vehicle doesn't have any current errors or check engine lights. So right now it's going through a health report. So we'll let it do its thing and see what faults it can find. All right, guys. So there you guys have it. So it's already pulled everything up. So basic diagnosis report on vehicle. So let's go through this. So, all right. So everything looks like it's normal. ABS, my cruise control, tilt-ins, telescopic, SRS, which is my airbags, OD, occupant detection, KDSS, TPMS, AFS. All right. But yeah, everything looks like they're normal. Oh, except for my navigation and telematics system. I do have a aftermarket radio, so that's going to throw it off. Let's see what those are. UART communications malfunction, display disconnected, which is correct. Okay, all right, so that's fine. BSM, and that's it. Let's hit back here. All right, so let's see here. Let's go into the engine and ECT. Let's click on that. ECU controls fuel injections, ignition timing, knob controls, idle engine speed, and etc. Okay. So here you guys can see we can do read fault code, clear fault memory, read freeze frame, read data actuation test, and special function. Let's see what special function is. All right. Man, this is a lot more than I was anticipating. It's a bit overwhelming in a lot of ways. Actuation test. So this is the section where you can be able to control your sensors, your modules, your relays, all here. So if you're having issues with a, let's say, your O2 sensor, you can come down over here and do an actuation test on those sensors, solenoids. But yeah, that's pretty darn cool. Control shift position, control cylinders cut, solenoids. I'm not gonna mess with any of this stuff because I don't want to jeopardize my GX. But okay, so that was the ECT and engine right there. ABS. Let me go back here to the engine. Let's see if I can find a spot that I can. Let's see here. Read data stream. Okay, so here we go. So these are all live data stream. What you can do is you can select one by one, right? So for example, here we go. We're gonna select these two here, and there we are. It's telling us the value of the degree. So why is this important? If you are just like me and you do a lot of DIY stuff, I tend to do transmission fluid changes. It's important to do this correctly because Lexus, for my GX460 in specific, to check the check valve for the correct amount of fluid in the transmission, the values has to be between 115 to 126. So 115 to 126. As long as you're in within that value right there, you can change and check and make sure that the proper fluid levels are correct. If you're below the 115 or above the 126, you have to wait until the car either has to be warmed up or cooled down to do this. So having this at the palm of your hand is pretty awesome. Occupant detection, special functions. Oh, this is pretty cool. So the occupant detection, you can do a 0-point calibration, sensitivity check, and customize settings. Let's see what this is. Cool. So you can, so remember, this is like just like Techstream. And because it's a whole new UI, it just takes some time to kind of learn and navigate through this, right? And so with this, you can be able to, just like Techstream, because in your vehicle, you can't program certain things to an extent, but with Techstream, along with the launch tool here, is that you can go through the hidden features that you normally would find in Techstream and utilize that right here at the touch of a button. So I can change my door locks. And this is pretty quick, not as fast as I would like, but it is faster than Techstream. And plus, I don't have to have a laptop in front of me. So right here, guys, you guys can program this however ways you want to have. That's up to you. You can unlock key twice, auto lock shift, auto unlock shift, all unlock and open and close, right? And that same goes with the windows. The illumination entry, the wipers, the warning lights, light control, the tilt and telescopic steering wheel, sliding sunroof, air conditioner, sensor display, unit conversions. I mean, man, you guys, it's a lot of information. It's almost too much. But okay, let's get back out here. Let's see, what else can we do? I'm not going to take up too much of your time, guys, because this is a lot of information that I can run through this on my own time, because I don't think I can go and use, that I will be using every single feature that comes with this tool. But just understand that if you need access for something or for troubleshooting or diagnosing, know that you have a pretty powerful tool in your hands. I saw the driver's seat here. Let's see what this is. So let's do actuation test. Oh, okay. So this is pretty cool. I tend to off-road, and when I do, I always have my seatbelts unbuckled for that moment. And if anything, you guys know, you guys will get that annoying chime, right? So let me see if this will kind of make that seat buckle switch. You guys, let me see here. Okay, buzzer. So when I have that annoying chime sound, when I have my seatbelts unfastened, let's see what this does. Just like that. That tells you that my seatbelt needs to be buckled. So you can disable this on or off. And that's off. The seatbelt buckle switch, you can have it on or off. That's pretty cool, you guys. All of this at the palm of your hands. Body control module, you can control your sunroof with this if you need to. If you want to troubleshoot that, driver door, passenger door, motor. Let's see what this is. Actuation test. So power window. If I go here, if I want to test and see if the switch is working or not, you can use this. So I'm going to pan the camera back over to the passenger side. So let's see here, window auto up. Click on OK. And let's see if it does what it's supposed to do. Let's go down. And that went down. I'm gonna go up. And just like that, it's so freaking awesome, guys. So that was it. Very simple. All right, you guys. So that's a system right there, right? Let's go back to the home page. OBD2, let's see what this is. So it's giving us all the protocols. So we can go to enter. So right here, we can read our, so for example, this is read IM readiness. Let's say you have to go and smog your vehicle. And unfortunately, I live in California. So we have to smog every 2 years. So if you are not sure exactly where your DTCS is at, this will tell you here. So misfire, your catalyst, it tells me it's not ready. I had to reset some codes earlier, but this tells you right here. So if you're ready, this is going to tell you. And if you're not, it'll tell you right here where it says, where is it at? Not ready for catalyst monitor. That means I have to drive the vehicle more for this to be ready. But not just only that, but you can read live data. So let's go into this. I'm going to turn my car back on. So you can again choose to pick whatever you want that's important to you. But let's say you want to go, I just want to see them all. You select them all, right? Hit OK. And right there, you guys have a bunch of different values that it reads for you guys. I did not have this with my other scan tool, and with this one, I mean, this is just crazy. Your airflow or your mass airflow sensor tells you right there. So if you got a bad mass airflow sensor, this is going to tell you off the bat how that's reading for you. And whether it's going to be within tolerance or if it's going to be under or lower that. But your catalyst temperature, your EGR, distance traveled since DTS were cleared, less than 7 miles, engine coolant temperature, engine RPM. But here you guys have it, guys. This thing is so freaking powerful to have. I think if you are a DIY just like myself, or maybe even professionals, right? You guys could even use this. I think this right now, this unit here costs $150 on Amazon at the time of this recording. But it's very cheap, inexpensive, because my scanner cost me around $100 for that one, and it was not even close to what this is. But this is a great tool for those who is like me, who is at home and works on vehicles, and when you have issues and problems that comes up, or error codes, this is definitely a must-have if you guys have any Lexus or Toyotas. But like I mentioned earlier, I believe through my research that it's more likely if it's the earlier models or certain specific type of makes from Lexus and Toyota, it may not be compatible, so just keep that in mind. But a lot of the newer and later vehicles, they should work perfectly fine for that. Alright guys, so what do I think about the launch CReader Elite V2.0? This thing is just packed with so much features, guys. I mean, compared to my current scan tool, this thing just blows it out of the water. The addition of having the screen, that's a touchscreen too as well, and the plethora of just information here. And considering the fact that it's bidirectional, and you can do a tons of actuation tests, and I can't confirm it now, but in terms of like programming TPMSs and key fobs and whatnot, this is what it says it can do, and I trust that it can. It's just more about when I can and can't get to that. But I'm gonna keep this mainly for a trail use, so I'm gonna keep this in my car. It's small, compact, light, and I can just tuck it in somewhere back over here in my cargo. But yeah, guys, shout out to Launch for sending out their scan tool for me. Can't recommend this enough. If you guys have a Toyota, or Lexus, or any product that they can use that you can be able to buy the software for, this tool is hands down going to be very useful to help you guys diagnose and troubleshoot issues that you may have with your car. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the content, and until then guys, don't forget to like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys on the next adventure. Peace out, guys.